Oh, hey, almost didn't see you there. Welcome to my supplement cabinet as of March 2020. In this video, I'm going to share with you all the goodies that I have in here, all the supplements that I take on a regular basis, timing, dosage, all that fun stuff. But let me make a few things very, very clear. Number one, I'm not actually this size. Number two, this is the first time most of you are seeing my entire body because I usually shoot from the torso up. But number three, most importantly, a proper diet, a healthy circadian rhythm, regular exercise, and good mental health are the foundations of living a long, happy, healthy life. You want to get those things dialed in first before you start experimenting with supplements. Supplements are simply a tool, a means to an end. They will not get you to where you want to go unless you have those things dialed in. I want to make that very, very clear. Another thing is that everything that's in here are my supplements based off my goals and the context of my life, so please take that into account. Oh, hey, there I go. Taking a supplement right now. Awesome. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm feeling tiny. I want to get back to regular size and I want to get out of this robe. So enjoy the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please enjoy. I'm going to take you through my supplement cabinet in order of how I take them, starting with the first supplement of the day, ending with the last supplement in the evening. And the first thing that I take is a product called Enzymes by a company called Bio-Optimizers. These are potent digestive enzymes that have really helped me with digesting food. I take 1 to 2 to 3 capsules before a meal, depending on the size of the meal and how much protein it has. This product is called Enzymes for a reason. It's designed specifically to help with digesting and breaking down protein into amino acids, although it does have some amylase and lipase as well for digesting carbs and fats. Now these I have because I do notice an improvement in my poops and regularity as well as bloat after big meals or anything like that. But I've tried a handful of different digestive enzyme supplements from the stores like Sprouts and Whole Foods and Vitamin Shop, and I've never really felt anything like I have with these before. Now they're not a necessity, but I do feel better with them and I do make them fit in my budget. Even though they're a little bit pricey, I do notice improvement with them. About 20 to 30 minutes after my first meal is when I'll have my first real stack of supplements. And the first thing in that stack is creatine. For as cheap as creatine is, it definitely is a powerful supplement that has been researched extensively and is great for many different things. Many think it's just for getting big muscles in the gym, but that's not the case. Even if you don't work out, which I don't know why you wouldn't, this is still great for energy production. It takes a bit of the methylation burden off of your body and even has a nice kind of nootropic-like effect to keep your brain sharp, as it also fills the phosphocreatine stores in your brain just like it does in your muscles. I do have a full video going in depth with creatine if you want to go learn more about it. It's an older video, so it's not as entertaining, but definitely a great, safe, affordable supplement to give yourself an upgrade. It is a low-hanging fruit that really does bring some awesome benefits. So I'll go ahead and take 6 caps of that from this company called Jarrow. I get this brand at Sprouts. 6 caps gives me a dose of 5 grams. And along with that, I'll also take some medicinal mushrooms. That's my next supplement in the cabinet drawer. I'm a big fan of mushrooms, as you might have guessed from all my mushroom videos, and I typically keep a variety of them on hand. Alpha Dynamics comes in these convenient sachets, these little sachets to mix into your smoothies or your drinks or your coffees on the go. And Real Mushrooms is an amazing brand with bulk mushroom powder bags as well as capsules. Some of my favorites currently are the Activate from Alpha Dynamics, which contains 1 gram of lion's mane, 1 gram of chaga, and 1 gram of cordyceps. I've been talking about this for years and it's in one of my oldest nootropic videos on my channel. And I'll also take lion's mane capsules from Real Mushrooms. I like those a lot. But I also have 5 defenders from Real Mushrooms, a bunch of their powders, cordyceps, reishi, chaga. I just, like I said, I have a variety of them on hand pretty much all the time. On a daily basis, at least at the moment and for the last few months, I've been doing daily doses of lion's mane and reishi, along with the others thrown in depending on what I'm doing or going to be doing that day. These are all fruiting body supplements, no myceliated grain, all tested for beta glucans and for starch content. They're pure and they're real products. So in the morning, I take creatine and then 2 caps at the moment of lion's mane mushroom from Real Mushrooms. Now, along with the creatine and the lion's mane, I'll also take 2 tablets of Shilajit. Shilajit is an ancient medicine. It's potent, it's powerful, and for me, this is a must, and it's daily. I have an awesome video on Shilajit on my channel. If you haven't seen it there, I also have a Q&A video about Shilajit, so I won't go too in-depth here for time, but these are pure Shilajit resin tablets, 200 milligrams each. I take 4 a day, usually split into 2 doses. It's a great source of minerals, trace minerals, fulvic acids, humic substances. It's awesome for overall health and well-being. Definitely check out my video on Shilajit. The last supplement that's in this morning stack is magnesium L-threonate. I'm a big fan of magnesium and I take multiple forms. This form of magnesium I take in the morning because it has been shown to effectively raise the brain's magnesium levels, which leads to enhanced learning abilities, improved working memory, and better short and long-term memory in both young and aged animals. It's one of the most bioavailable forms of magnesium out there right now and allows the magnesium to get past the blood-brain barrier when it's bound to L-threonate. It's a relatively recent discovery, but it does have placebo-controlled human trials behind it. It's great stuff, and it's quite cheap. There are different brands that sell it. It doesn't matter what brand you go with. Only thing to look for is the official Mag-Teen logo, which is the official stuff that was discovered by the folks over at MIT. This bottle here I get from Amazon every month, and I've found it to be the most affordable per dose. So as you can tell, my first stack of supplements. Why is there a fly in here? How did a fly get in here? This place is closed off, yo. So as you can probably guess, my first stack of supplements is really designed for energy production and brain function. Shortly after taking that stack, I wake my daughter up, get her ready for school. If you have kids, you know you need fucking energy for that. After I drop her off, I go to the gym. The creatine, the lion's mane, the Shilajit, all of it helps with the gym performance as well. I come back home, I sit at my office, and I get my ass to work, and my brain is tack fucking sharp. These things support energy production, brain function, as I said, and that's why I take them in the morning. Later in the day, the next supplement that I end up taking, or sometime around the afternoon, there's no specific time, is vitamin E. It's usually shortly after lunch. Vitamin E. This isn't one that you see being talked about a lot, but for the last 6 months or so, I've been learning a lot about vitamin E, and one of the biggest takeaways that I've learned is that the higher your diet is in PUFAs, the more you need vitamin E to prevent lipid peroxidation of those PUFAs, which can lead to things like lipofuscin and age spots. Furthermore, if you grew up eating a diet high in PUFAs, any kid in America or in a Western society, you can actually store PUFAs in your tissues, and that can increase your need for vitamin E for up to 4 years after even having stopped eating PUFAs. So I grew up, eating normal house food, but as well as a lot of junk food and cooking with canola oil in the house and things like that. And even though for the last few years, I've paid close attention to my PUFA intake and I stopped using those oils and I stopped eating foods that contain a lot of those canola oils and things like that, my need for vitamin E is still increased. There's a lot of great information on this from my friend Matt at MitoLife, who sells a really good vitamin E supplement. But Chris Masterjohn also has some really good videos on vitamin E on his channel as well. This is something that I'm still learning about, but it's past that point where I know that it's something beneficial and that is fitting for me in my life. At this point, when I take vitamin E, I also take my second dose of Shilajit, which is another 2 tablets, which puts me at a total of 800 milligrams of Shilajit for the day. The reason I'm going with 800 milligrams per day is because most studies done showing benefit in humans used at least 600 milligrams, and I'm, almost 6 feet tall. I'm a pretty big dude, so I up that a little bit, and I take that with 1 or 2 capsules of vitamin E. This stuff really has helped. The more that I learn about it, the more that it just kind of makes sense to take as a supplement. But as always, do your own research. I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but really interesting stuff with vitamin E. I have found it to work really well in my life. Next up is liver, beef liver, grass-fed beef liver. I take 6 beef liver caps per day. That's 1 dose according to this specific brand. Liver is the most nutrient-dense food on the planet, filled with various types of vitamins and minerals and fat-soluble vitamins. And, I do my best to actually eat liver once a week, at least 4 ounces a week, which is definitely better than taking the capsules, but I'm human and that just doesn't happen sometimes. So I take these basically as an insurance. I just happen to have a couple bottles of this in my pantry, but to be honest, it's quite pricey and it's way cheaper to just eat beef liver. But like I said, sometimes that doesn't happen, and beef liver does taste weird. Sometimes I don't feel like cooking it to make it taste good. So if you really can't handle the taste or texture of liver and it makes you gag, then the beef liver capsules are a good option. It's better than nothing, but as always, the whole food form is far superior. The last supplement of the day that I take is in the evening, usually around 6-7 o'clock, somewhere about 20 to 30 minutes after dinner, and it's Magnesium Malate. This is the second form of magnesium that I take, which has been shown in clinical trial to significantly improve serum magnesium levels and decrease symptoms of magnesium deficiencies. I take 1 dose of this in the late afternoon, and I've found that for me, taking the full dose at night really helps me get great sleep. I get great sleep, period, even without it, but I do notice an improvement with this, which is fantastic. If you read about how most people in the world today are magnesium deficient, if you read about the burn rate of magnesium in the body and what tanks our magnesium levels, you start to read about how many different processes in the body require magnesium, you'll begin to see why I take full doses of 2 different forms. So 1 dose from L-threonate in the morning because of what it does for the brain, and then 1 dose of this in the evening. And pretty soon I'll start experimenting with some magnesium bicarbonate as well, and I'll report back to you as I experiment with that. But if you notice, I don't take glycinate, I don't take oxide, I don't take, what's the other one, magnesium citrate or anything like that. These forms are better absorbed within the body, and I've taken those before. Not significant improvements, but with these 2 forms in my daily stack, holy shit, it really does work. It's awesome. So those are my supplements for the day. Those are the ones that I take on a regular basis, and that's it. As you can see, it's not super expensive, it's not super crazy. They all have a purpose. They all are in line to help me with my goals. These are not things that I'm experimenting with. These are things that I've been taking, that I always have on hand, and I wanted to share that with you because I get so many questions. I thought it'd be a cool video. But there's also some other things in my supplement cabinet that I don't take on a regular basis, but are still in there that I take every once in a while. So I'll share those with you as well. The first one is activated charcoal. Now, this is not a supplement that I take regularly. This is on those, one of those special occasion supplements, but it's activated charcoal, which is a binder and an absorbent. And this stuff works like magic when it comes to bloating and gas. I don't take these often at home because usually my diet's in check and I take the Enzymes and things like that. But when I travel, this is 100% mandatory for me, especially if I'm going international. I went to Mexico a couple weeks ago, and some of the food there gave me some intense bloating and gas, and I was literally just filled with air. It was painful. 2 caps or even 4 caps of this with a whole glass of water, and poof, within a few minutes, just instant relief. It's so good, great stuff right here for gas and bloating. Charcoal is also used in hospitals to help with drug overdoses and poisoning and things like that. So if you ever take a little too much ecstasy and start tripping out too hard, this might come in handy in big doses. Last up is Buco Xanthan. This is a supplement that you've probably never heard of, but is probably the most effective fat loss supplement available based on the data. This is a supplement that I'm not currently taking, but I do take it once I'm a few weeks into a diet or a calorie deficit. I'm not actively trying to lose weight right now. I'm actually trying to gain weight, so I don't take it. But this is essentially, I know that sounds really cheesy, like a fat burner. Now, most fat burners do not work, so do not fall for any slimy marketing. But if there was one that worked, this would be it. It increases your resting energy expenditure and it increases thermogenesis. When I'm dieting, I take the recommended dose on the label every day, and I get to enjoy significantly more food when dieting. So think of it like a metabolism booster. I did do a lot of experimenting with this when I first started taking it like a year and a half ago. And if I eat the same amount of calories and protein while taking this versus while taking the supplement versus not taking it, I'll lose more weight while taking it. So this allows me to sustain a steady rate of weight loss while enjoying a bit more food than usual. Now, you can't, gorge out every night and have some big ass cheat meal, but it allows me to have extra toppings in my yogurt, an extra serving of rice, maybe a little cheese on my tacos. Like, it really does work. And I remember reading somewhere that it also acts as an appetite suppressant, but I didn't notice too much of that. But all in all, while dieting, this is a great tool and makes it way easier, at least for me. So there we have it. What's in my supplement cabinet as of March 2020? Looks like I left something out. Looks like a magnesium. I think it's magnesium. I hope it's magnesium. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. That's what's in my supplement cabinet as of March 2020. If anything updates here drastically, I'll make another video, but realistically, it'll probably once or twice a year I'll do a video like this. Let me know if you want to see what's in my fridge, because I do get asked a lot what I eat in a day, and that varies from day to day, but on a weekly basis, all the foods are consistent. So any video ideas that you want to see me produce, please leave them in a comment down below. I would much appreciate it. I'm running out of ideas here. If you found any value, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Oh damn, maybe that wasn't magnesium. What the hell was that? Oh, I'm not feeling too good. What the fuck? What was that shit? Oh!